In this video, we are going to learn about division of a line segment. Now, let's have a situation where you are given a particular line and you are told to divide this line in 3:4 ratio, right? So what will you do? You will immediately take out a ruler and measure this length. Let's say the length of this comes to 14 centimeter. Okay. Now you have to divide it in a ratio of 3:4. Let's say this is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, and let's take it as 14. I mean, obviously not the best of the, or let me just reframe this. Okay. So let me form this line as 14 centimeter. Right? Now if you have to divide it in a ratio of 3:4, what will you do? You will divide it as 3/3 plus 4 into 14, which will be 3/7 into 14 is equal to 6 centimeter. And similarly, part 1 and part 2 will be equal to 4/3 plus 4 into 14. You would have dealt extensively with the proportions, so I'm not getting into the details. Okay. So this gives you 8 centimeter. So if you have to divide this in two ratios, you've got it as 6 centimeter and you've got it as 8 centimeter. So what you will do is you will measure 6 centimeter on the scale and draw a line here. So basically this will be 3 parts, this will be 4 parts. The easiest and the best way to do it. But let's say I remove this scale from here and I tell you to divide this line into 2 equal parts. Let's say this is the line, okay, and I tell you to divide it into 2 parts, which is 3:4 ratio, right? And what I give you is a compass. And I tell you to divide it in this ratio. So again, just like you did it in this case, what you need to find out is what is the sum of, in fact, I should use it a little down the line, sum of parts. What you did here in the denominator. So it is 3 plus 4 is equal to 7. Okay. Now what next? You place your compass. Okay. Draw an acute angle. So step 1, draw acute angle at bottom. Now once you've drawn this acute angle, you take your compass, okay, here comes the compass, okay, taking the compass, put the needle on here part, on this part, and draw a small arc, okay, on this line, and you call it as x1. Draw arc x1. Let's call this point as P, Q, R on PR. Now, taking the same distance. What distance? Distance between P and x1. Now put the compass, instead of at P, move the compass to this arc and cut another arc here. Let's call it x2. And the distance between x1 and x2 is equal to px1, right? Similarly, just keep on moving forward. So you draw x3, x4, x5, x6, x7. Stop here. Why did I stop at 7? Because the sum of part was 7 over here. So I draw these x's in such a manner that I get 7 arcs, right? Now this ratio 3:4 is normally referred to as m:n. Okay. Now what you do as steps, join qx7. Okay. Once you have done that, then what is m? M is equal to 3. So you count 1, 2, 3, x3. Now you basically draw parallel to qx7 at x3. Why did you select 3? 3 we have selected because m is equal to 3. Right? So how do you draw a parallel line? How do you draw a parallel line? You first measure this angle. Okay? And then draw a similar angle here. Okay? So once you draw this angle, let's call this angle x degree. Draw an angle of x degree here. Once that is done, just connect this to PQ. And let's say this interacts at point R. So then basically PR is to QR will be equal to 3:4. Okay? So if you were to just revisit the entire procedure, we draw a straight line PR which is given. We have to divide it in the ratio of m:n, which is 3:4. So we do a sum of parts, basically m plus n. 3 plus 4 is equal to 7. Then we draw an acute angle on the bottom side. Taking a particular length, you start cutting x1, then draw another x2 which is equal to px1, and similarly keep on constructing this till number 7 because we have 7 parts. Connect x7q, which is this line. Once you've done this, draw a parallel of this at m. So x3, you draw a parallel of this by cutting an equal angle. Okay, x degree here, join it. The point of connection will be the point where this line is divided in the desired ratio.